Hello, world. It's Monday, the 9th of September, 2024. Present time, according to my watch, now 1:14 p.m. And since I last appeared before you, I visited with my father, helped him get some dinner together. Afterwards, we walked Paul. Watched Mission Impossible. What was this movie called? The title, I think, was Dead Reckoning. Let me take a look. Mission Impossible. I want to say, Dead Reckoning. Dead Reckoning, Part 1, which apparently came out sometime in 2023. Summer of 2023, last year. Yeah. Anyway, watched that together. Afterwards, got back home, slept. Woke up early-ish this morning, walked Paul, did my yard work, or enough of it, and I've just come back after grabbing myself some food and beer. Something I like for when the yard work is done. Today was pleasant. Decently pleasant while out there working. Change is in the air. Fall is on its way. And I'm pleased for this. In fact, last night I cracked open the windows for the first time in a good while. I cracked them open, kept them open. Anyway, what do we got? Imperial Hazy IPA. Is not as potent as the regular. You got a 6%. Alright, we're going to do the single most, I guess the hazies for whatever reason. Excuse me. They didn't have the beer that I normally like to buy. And because of that, while at the grocery store, I actually did some number crunching and started building out a spreadsheet on beer, ABV, price per, and trying to get it down to like how many units of alcohol, ounces of alcohol are you getting per dollar? Because these are things that someone like me might think about. On occasion. And it's just like, why not put together a little calculator to do it? Because the last time I was there, they also didn't have the beer I like, that I normally would buy. So I picked up something different. This time, same situation. I guess they must restock. Well, that's weird, actually. Last time I purchased was after Labor Day. That's weird. Maybe they don't stock quite as often as I thought they would. Who knows? I'll figure it out eventually. I'll figure it out. I've been thinking a little bit about this message that I sent, which I'm hoping is well received. I'm hoping it actually opens up the door to an actual dialogue. And if not, then at least I can say I tried. And I may very well chase it too, just at some point. Not right now. Give people time. Dead Reckoning. Part 1. 2023. Alright, there it is. Apparently, first look, part 2, I guess the trailer must have dropped not too long ago. Oh yeah, and they're not looking to release part 2 until next year. Cool. Hey, I like that message. Anywho, I think we'll see what happens. I'm still very much on my warpath. But to be clear, as my fight is not with other content creators, I have only love for my fellow content creators. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Spaceman. Spachemin. Oh, right. Let's get this thing going too. Hello, computer. There we go. Okay. Good stuff. Somebody reached out to me. That one fella. Harry. All right. Review files. Okay, we're already open for my review. Bomber Canuck. Hey, I got my beer. So life is that much better. How are you? How's it going in the life of Bomber Canuck? For some reason, I guess I have a tendency to make the U sound into like a double O. Just finished eating lunch, step out to do some shopping. Right on. Do you have something good for lunch? I also had a little lunch. I had myself McChicken and 6 chicken McNuggets with their sweet and sour sauce. The heck? Somebody just sent me a text message. Yes, they did. The answer is no. Not to you. But their answer to me is a no. Oh well, what the hell. Oh, Foss. The Foos. Well, wait, I guess they're the Foos. I want to do that, but it was a French friend, French schoolmate, classmate. Can't remember. We were the same year anyway, back in high school. And he did point out something about my U's. Not U, but E. And maybe when you have like the the U with the umlaut above it, you know, with like Uber, right? It's supposed to be Uber. Yeah. So maybe that's it. Like umlauted U's where they shouldn't be, something like that. Freaking language. It's tough. I have a hard enough time as it is with English. Some really good food. Who the heck knows? Years ago, I was like, hey, it might be helpful to learn the IPA. I'm drinking IPAs all the damn time. And then come to find, hey, they've got this like IPAs. It's not just for English; it's for all sorts of languages. And it's like, okay, huh? What if I had just, I don't even know. I guess if things were where I wanted them, maybe I would spend more time just learning languages. Or I've got a pretty good list of languages that I want to learn. But then again, I have enough trouble as is with English. No use, guys. Who knows? Maybe it was limited to like a specific thing I was saying. Can't remember what it was. Can't remember what the word was. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're here. We're alive. Paul, I think, wants more drink water. I want to attend to him too. Think. Bastard language. The most effective use of time, I think, is still to keep along with this warpath. It's not necessarily polishing what I've got. Like that can come. The grievances and demonstrating the history, I think, will be helpful. It's something I haven't done yet for my next act. And then maybe that will help. Maybe that will be of some help. The bastard language comment. Yeah, you've probably seen, maybe you've seen it, this meme. It's like, English doesn't borrow from other languages, it follows them down alleys and, like, beats them up, kind of mugs from them. Okay. Okay, right. If it's battery alarm. Can I, from my phone, determine what that is? Let's see. Failure to communicate. No, nonsense. There's no failure to communicate. I think I just suppressed it. Okay, yeah. Knock 'em dead, Bomber Canuck. Be safe. Have fun out there. Me, I'm gonna get to my battle station here in a moment. In fact, I can do this, can't I? Yes, I can. We have the technology. It enables us to do things like view from my laptop. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to want to take a look at some stuff. Let me get Paul's water together. Make sure you guys just drink water. Almost out, the poor boy. Always whistling that after walking out of the grocery store with my beers. Keeping this one light. It's not exactly a sessionable beer, but it's okay. Maybe I'll be responsible. Alright, we're gonna make a little jump. Much crap. Moving crap from point A to point B. One more thing. Oh yeah, let me do. Yeah, in fact, hey, this is where I left off. Perfect. Back on the warpath. Jacob, you have returned. You kind of left abruptly the other day. Welcome back. Does the date really matter? I don't think it does. What we want is to, I think, simply grab this. Maybe I have other screenshots that are relevant. Let's see. One, do I have any screenshots that would be relevant? Where's my desktop? I've got some crap that's been piling up here, actually. Yeah, some nice messages. Oh. So I was too slow on the draw. It's all good. Man. Japan. Tokyo. Honolulu. Honolulu. Haneda. Okay, I don't know that I actually have a screenshot from my computer. And it's quite possible the reason why I don't is because I was like, you know what, I can get around to doing that any old day. Sometimes you can't. sometimes you suddenly can't. Oh, never mind. Wait, I do have it. Okay, perfect. I do have what I want, what I need here. Let's just. What do we do with this? Uh-huh, that's right. Okay. Aesthetics. This would crop it. I just want to measure something. Let's do that. View image analysis ruler tool. And let's see. Son of a gun. Clear that. What we're looking for is just these pixels. That is a padding of 30 pixels. Okay, so we just want 30 pixels. Measurement scale. Let's do something here too. 30 pixels. Darn it. That kind of stinks. Can I mark a pixel? Like, I want that particular pixel. It's kind of annoying. Oh, I know. Rulers. No, that doesn't really help either. This is showing me. Scheiße. Maybe I can just do like a hard. That sucks. That freaking sucks. Can I just lock it there? Oh, okay, here. I have a y coordinate. Derp.
1146. No, that's not my actual y coordinate. So 1146, 1130, 1116, 116. Let me make a guide. New guide 1116. Horizontal guide at position 1116. And that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Aesthetics. Because, you know, I'm going through the trouble of fucking doing my SEO shit and all. Okay, 1707, that's the start y coordinate. 1737, a new guide at position 1737 pixels, and bam, that's perfect. Beautiful. And we'll just crop down to, oh, I don't even want to crop down there, my bad. Can I move this one guide? I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Look at that. That's wonderful. Okay. Somewhere up here. Wow, it changed colors on me. Why? I have no idea why it changed color. Ruler tool once more. Let's say any one of these. Let me get pixel perfect here. Pixel perfection. Alright, so start coordinate 855, 825. 825. Can I right click here, edit selected guide to 825? Pixel perfection. Recovering perfectionist. Yeah. I didn't say I was fully recovered. Bam. Now that's clean. That's good. Decent. And do I really want it that way? I mean, is that really? Yeah, I think it's sufficient just to show like, hey, that element, I mean, it's between that and just presenting the full entire thing. I don't know which is better. Because half of the screenshot is pretty much useless. There's a lot of useless information on this page. Dead space. Lucky. Hey, welcome back. Water. Excuse me. Yeah, I think it's okay to have like a close crop. Maybe I should, excuse me. No. Maybe what I can do is have a like multiple versions here. That's what I would do if this were if it were a raw file, and I guess I can kind of treat it as a raw file. Save as. Okay. Like things I don't know what I don't know here. RGB color with 8 bits per channel. But this by the time you export this, spill the beans. Got another opinion of telling her who the guy is directly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here, I don't expect much of a difference. Ping 24 versus an 8 here. Like, is there really all that? Are there so many different shades of blue in this, really? I guess in order to get the corners really nicely rounded. I'm guessing that's what it is. I'm guessing that if I zoom in here. Oh, and you know what? It may actually have an effect on, yeah, it probably has an effect on how text renders. Between here and, let's do a 2-up. Ah, okay, this is helpful. Looking side by side, I can look at what impact this has on text rendering. And if I go over to ping 24, I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. Like even pixel peeping, you can't really see the difference because this isn't like complex. In fact, GIF for whatever reason is larger, maybe because of the transparency option. No, has nothing to do with that. The ping 8, for some reason, I don't know what to make of this. I really don't know what to make of it. Like, how many different shades of blue are there? We had transparency, like some alpha channel web snap, some tolerance. I don't know. I don't know. You can call in later. Yeah, I suppose eventually, if you'd like, yeah. What the fuck? Why does this happen? There I go, pixel peeping again. I imagine that there is this really like I cannot perceive it. Zoomed in at 200%, I can't perceive the difference between these two. Oh, maybe if I looked right here, I could see a difference. Right, like the gradient looks a little different, maybe. Yeah, fuck it. Let's be as faithful as possible. At the expense of an additional 20, 30 kilobytes. I guess this is how the web gets as bloated as it gets. New folder here. I'm gonna call this web. A ping gets you to 51.44 kilobytes. But it's like really faithful. All right. Let's do that first. All right. Whereas if I were to have exported this as, say, high quality JPEG, it would have consumed 85 kilobytes, and it wouldn't have actually been as faithful. Yeah, like it fucks with the, because the lossiness, it does weird things to it, whereas the ping with the lower file size is better. Yeah, this is something that's been kind of, that I don't know, I've been trying to wrap my head around a bit. Pings and JPEGs. Like, one to use ping, one should use JPEG, one to use GIF, GIF. GIF/GIF. Of course, if it's animated, then yeah, you need to use that, right? Or it used to be the case. If there's motion, you would use that. Ping allows for transparency. JPEG, I guess, is good just for like general pictures. I think that's fair. Like something with a lot of color, where you don't mind some loss. And file sizes are somewhat important. Don't quote me on that. It'd be nice to save a version of it. Actually, what happens if I go like save as? Cropped. Fastest saving. We don't care about interlacing. Whatever the heck. Oh, I guess that allows it to render in differently. I don't know. So 59 kilobytes here. And if I look over here, 53 kilobytes. For whatever reason, the file size has gotten a little smaller here compared to that one. I don't know. That's really, really weird. I'm kind of curious what's in those 6 kilobytes. That's really weird. Maybe there's some metadata? I wonder. There might be. Very curious. Very, very curious. Anywho. Excuse me. Probably could have been working in here. Maybe it would have been useful. Maybe I'll do that for the future. See. Current work. Whoops. I think that might be it's the metadata. Some metadata is lost. I'm going to do that. Save for web. Ugh. Hmm. That's what's going on. So, web, fine, so be it. The date created, all of these things change, and that's okay. That's okay. Append. All my Yeti eater shit. Houston, Texas, the United States of America. Yeah, that looks great. Okay. Request submitted mobile. This is getting like really freaking. Creator community request submitted mobile. That's great. I can throw that up. I thought I could. Don't panic. There we go. Let's go ahead and before I do that, right? Headline. Screenshot from. Showing user has submitted request for access. I don't even. What's this? What's this? What's this? Ah. Danke. Okay, there's more. Oh wait, there's more. Okay, right, I can do it through here. Well, I'm already here, so let's see, current work, XBiz. It's not that one. Right, this is not too important. My registration. I wonder, can this be open with... No, you can't. Okay. Yeah, so be it. That's why I have it as a PSD. And of course the file size balloons once that happens. Maybe excessive to actually retain PSDs on some of these things. Alexa, what is an imperial IPA?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Imperial IPA is a strong, often sweet, intensely hoppy version of the traditional India Pale Ale. The alcohol by volume level for this style generally begins at 7.5% but is more commonly in the 8.0% plus range.
Okay, so it's stronger. But how? Why? Why the name Imperial? What makes an Imperial IPA Imperial? Or a double IPA double? What makes a quad a quad? I'm gonna let my father answer that one. He knows better. All right, not about IPAs, but let's see. These are web ready, so those can move there. This redacted message. No, I don't want to do anything with that, but it's bullshit. Total fucking bullshit. Okay, so what I'm missing now is some stuff. I think I screenshotted some of this recently. Just insanity, dude. Like, don't want to focus on that. Focus instead on this email. I guess I didn't. Oh, no, that's not the one. Email. I submitted a ticket. I don't think I can find any details on the ticket because their system doesn't come back with like a, hey, you submitted a ticket. Instead, what date did I say? June 13th. There we go. Come on. What the fuck is this doing here? Why did this suddenly get brought up? That's so weird. Very, very strange. Under recents? Why? Oh, why? That's very weird. Okay. The unmodified original is going to go over to my current work. And some of these file names are kind of silly. This one, I wonder what's in this XMP. Bleh. XMP simply gives a date created. I don't really need that. I don't really need that. But okay, cool, thanks. Back to Photoshop. Oh, interesting. Okay, that is really interesting. Where the 3298? That is really interesting. Oh, right, because I exported it as the unmodified original. So on the phone, when you crop a screenshot then on the phone, it is actually, you can say revert and nothing. No, that's really freaking weird. I don't know what to make of that. Revert to original. Oh yeah, okay, that did it. Can I don't want to revert to original. I want to go back to my modified version. Damn it. Because when I crop now, it doesn't snap to anything, which sucks. Okay. The more you know. Freaking Apple. Like, it's great that you can revert to original, but I also want to be able to A/B it really quick. That's cool, whatever. Not gonna lose any sleep over it. So here, let us... Excuse me. There's this change in color here, where it becomes this new... Before I do that, let me zoom out about one little margin. What do I make of it? Fuck it. Let me do this again. I'm so freaking baffled. So confused. We have this screenshot, this hoe. Yeah, just figure out where it snaps. Do the thing again. So now I'm gonna dupe. Just because I'm a curious guy. Export not the unmodified original. But yeah, put out a ping. My drive. XBiz. Export. Show me what this looks like. We can throw this open in Photoshop. I want to see. And I zoom and I zoom and I zoom, and what do I see? Ah, okay. It actually kept that one little pixel border. And I guess what I can do here, I guess I'll crop it down just, I mean, I could crop it down to where it's like, hey, where's the rest of the body? But no, I'm going to use this design element to be my guide. Boom, 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 boom. That really fucks things up, but okay, fine, I'll accept it. Gotta accept a little gray. This is so fucking hard to see. Okay, that's easier now. The padding here is 24 pixels. So way at the bottom, let's give this a padding of 24 pixels. Ugh, golly. And running all this, like, feeling like doing graphic design stuff. 1540, that's the start coordinate, y, so y, 1540 plus 24, 62, 1562. 1562, new guide, 1562, horizontal orientation, 1562. 1564, whoops. 1564. Math is hard. Okay, that's one thing. Let's go ahead and save. Whoa, what the fuck's? When I select save, it just saved it. That's really quite interesting. Save, there's no confirmation. It's just like, okay, cool, you want it saved? It's saved. So 202 kilobytes on that file that I just saved versus the, I think the, not original, but here 148. So for whatever reason, the file size just ballooned, even though there are fewer pixels. I don't like that. I don't like that. I want to know what's going on there. I want to make some notes too, because this is such strange behavior. Like, what the fuck is going on that file sizes would go up when the format hasn't changed? Reference software, Photoshop. Add a page. File formats. Image file formats. File sizes. So observed when cropping a PNG and selecting and saving, there was no confirmation. The resulting file size exceeded uncropped image. Why? Who the fuck knows? But I don't like that behavior one bit. I think that's goofy. So goofy that that would happen. They could end up with a larger file size. Oh, interesting. This shows PPI 216 PPI. That's interesting. Oh, okay. And when you open the other one, it shows 72. That's an interesting side note. Very interesting side note. Very interesting. This is like an Apple Photos export thing. Very interesting. Fuck it, I'm not gonna fight this too hard. It's kind of silly to spend too much time on this. I'm just trying to crop a screenshot. And from there, from here, let's redact some stuff. You know, because I care about I give a shit about some concepts like privacy. which I understand is kind of it might be a bit baffling to some people, given select, what is it? Select? Isn't it? It's not select, is it? Edit, fill, Shift F5, using a color that we're going to select. We're going to pick out this color. Okay. Yeah, we're making a little fill there. For our redactions, 1 and it's, I think, a bit of a shame. There's some work that I'd love to get out into the world so that, beyond just me, man at home, so that people can get more of a sense of like, how am I when it comes to just working with individuals. As opposed to beefing with organizations. Like, it's a very different way of being when you're embroiled in conflict versus just trying to cooperate on some endeavor. It's very, very different. Color. Let's pick this color. Oh, it's the same color. What do you know? Okay. Bam. It's like nothing was ever there. I have my redactions. That make it look like there was nothing there in the first place. Instead of really obvious redactions. Oh, for better or for worse. Here, is it helpful? I don't know. I don't know. Still trying to sort stuff out, man. Lucky. If your computer can handle it, you could just like mute this tab while you're working or something. Or just mute the player. I should help myself instead of asking for help all the time. I try to help myself first on a lot of things. And so, me asking for help is a bit of a rare thing. Something I'm still trying to get comfortable with. Anywho, save as. Dropped and redacted. Oh, well, here this saves it as a PSD. And then if I save it as a PSD, the file size again balloons. So let's say save a copy and go like crop and redacted, because you know it's still a ping. Ping's a ping. You hope you can handle it. You can handle it. You can do it. Okay, this is interesting. Kind of interesting that after making my redaction, like I don't see why that would make any difference to the file size. I guess I don't know enough about the ping format. But why would there be a 4 kilobyte reduction? Like, these have the same exact size. The only difference is some pixels have been modified. But I'm also noticing something here. Like there's something really subtle that's going on with the text. Oh, I'm tripping. No, something's going on here. I think each time this gets saved, it's being degraded. I don't like that one bit. Fuck. Because it's not faithful to the source. Then it becomes lacking in fidelity to the source. I do not like that. It could be my eyes playing tricks on me. But otherwise I don't know how you account for that. Why the fuck would that happen? Hasn't gone too bizarre. It's already bizarre. But you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I know one thing I can do. I can take these images, the cropped and redacted version against this one before it got cropped, before it got redacted. Let me do some pixel peeping because I'm so fucking confused. Like, what happened? I swear there's a difference here between these two things. So these are at 100%. That's not enough. I want to look at it at fucking 800%. What the fuck changed, if anything? You know, and then maybe this isn't even the best way. I need some like image. I think that exists in Photoshop. Like you can apply and like look at a difference between two. Like surely you can, right? Calculations. What are calculations? Merged, blending, multiply. You can do a subtract, or oh, I can diff two images. So if I 3299, and it will do it visually, right? So 3299 and this one, the cropped and redacted one. Like these two, they should be identical with the exception of just like pixels, just a few pixels. Apply image. 2299 against. Okay. Background. No, 2299, 3299. 3299 against this. Image, apply image. Between the source is going to be 3299 merged against this, and we're going to diff them. right? And then diffing it, I think, just yields nothing, just a sea of black, which is what I want to see, right? It's 32.99. This one's been modified, but hasn't been saved. This just gives me a sea of black. I take that as a good thing. Like a count tool. Well, what's this good for? No, that's literal counting. You can just select things. Calculations. Fuck if I know. This is just weird as all hell. I'm not making sense of this. Anyway. It's already bizarre. I'm gonna save any comment for when we actually have a discussion. I feel like we've spent a lot of time communicating like this, and it's not efficient. So I'd rather not do it anymore. Not when it comes to this particular subject matter. In fact, through us talking about your situation and my sharing about my own situation, just little tidbits, right, with often omitting names, I think some of my statements have been taken entirely out of context and have made some people that have been occasionally paying attention really, really upset, and they're panicking. Yeah. So your situation that you've shared with me, I'm happy to talk about it with you. But I recognize that this is kind of muddying waters, and we're better off not talking through here. This, again, it's not efficient, and it's resulting in issues for me. Oh, and plus I've shared about my own situation with you many times. But that's its own can of worms. Right? We'll talk. Yep. It's not you. Here it's not you. I just don't want to, I really don't want to take on more friendly fire, if you will. I'm painting it as friendly fire because I'm friendly. Damn it. Like, if I'm in a fight with somebody, yeah, I'm not friendly. That's a fight. If you're in a fight, then what the goal is to be a worthy adversary. Not to be a fucking pushover. So much conflict. It can be pretty easily avoided when two people just communicate. I'll try to resolve matters privately. My whole XBiz shtick, I think before I published anything, I tried resolving the shit privately. Right? I want to say yeah. I don't think I uploaded anything until I was ghosted again and again. Ghosted, just stonewalled. Oh, speaking of which, I kind of expected to hear from my doctor's office or in the company, but I haven't gotten a call from anybody. That's weird. I kind of expected that they would reach out to me just first thing in the morning. Don't have to give them your diary. I sure as hell try not to. Don't really bother doing the whole thing. Anyway, Lucky, talking over text can be like that. Yeah, yeah. So here, there's the way that we're communicating right now. You're putting your thoughts into text. I'm responding verbally, which is easier on me. But it also means that you're probably going to get some stuff that winds up sounding somewhat odd. Once in a while, I'm going to trip up over a word or something. Because when we speak, it tends to be off the cuff. It's faster. What you get when you hear my speech, you pick up not only the actual content, the text of it, the gloss, but you also pick up a bit of tone. And from there, you can infer a bit of, like, all right, sarcasm versus maybe indifference or happiness, sad. You know, you get valence, you get so much. It's much richer. I have thoughts about when text is the best versus when just talking is the best. But some situations I'm happy to hash out just through text. Others I'd rather talk. Or in some cases, go a step further. Not just like a voice call, but video. Because that can be pretty fucking powerful. Right, like here, what you are experiencing with me is kind of a one-way video call. One-way video with text coming my way. So it's my job is just to kind of decode text. Right? Take a look at your message, try to decode it, try to like parse out, tease out what's the sentiment before making my own response. And sometimes we're gonna miss things, especially if it's fast. Like you'll often have typos, so there I have to correct your typos in my head. Like, oh, what is this message actually trying to say? And maybe I'll ask a question for clarification if it's not immediately clear. So it can hamper communication a bit. Or I might misread your tone because I can't hear it. I can't see your face. So, not an incongruity, but just, we're communicating on some different levels, right? Communication happens on so many different levels. It works out best when I think, we're on the same level with it. We have the same tools available. Using the same tools. Matching. Anyway, fuck, I could spend all day trying to figure out just what's going on with this. That is getting to the bottom of this whole like pixel perfection and like why this file size is changed by a few kilobytes, but you know what, this is good enough. Right, so here we go back again. The ping 24 versus the ping 8. Again, the difference in file size. Oh, I know what I can do. Now that I know I can diff these things really easily, let me save this as a ping 8. Right, web. And I'm going to append to the file name just the number 8. I'll know what it means. Then export, save for web, the same image as ping 24. Transparency, ticking it versus not, it doesn't make a difference because there are no transparent pixels. No one of that. So -24. Now, with this, I should be able to diff the two, and then I'll be able to find out exactly what the difference is. And then from there, I can make this determination. Is it worth doubling the file size for whatever the diff is? That's the way to do it. Okay. Back in the table. Hmm. Strand Puasa Damansara. No, I don't think so. Right. What I was doing, I was about to diff these two things in a moment of triumph. So cropped and redacted. I don't think there have been any further changes, but let me get rid of that just to be safe. Let me say just don't save, don't save. Don't save these things. Instead, I want to look at the web ready stuff, because here I'm looking at a file size difference of 100%. It's big, right? And we're gonna do not analysis, but apply the image, or say image calculations. Blending is gonna be a difference or subtraction between these two. Channel red. No, let me just do a difference. Oh, this only does a single channel. This is only a single channel. Can I just do the entire thing? This is calculations on a per channel basis. What about apply the image? Right, then you get the RGB and you can diff it. If it's additive, no. Subtraction should be 0, and that's what I see. It's totally black. I don't think there's anything except for black pixels. So what I take out of it, and division winds up with nothing but white as far as the eye can tell. So diffing is just dark black. And if I inverted it and added it, it would also just be like nothing. Okay, I think what that tells me is that between 8 and 24 for this, there's no reason to go with the 24. Doubling the file size does not make sense. All right. Decision has been made. I guess it's the long, complicated, drawn-out way of making this type of decision. But decision made. And I could go back and change the other thing, but at some point I just kind of stopped giving a shit. All right. Web folder. Cropped. Redacted. Ready Eater, XBiz, Creator, Community. Help. Excuse me. Toss in some fucking 2024 registration 1, 2. All right, cool. And I guess I could go a step further and include, yeah, in this one, I think I am gonna go with like 2024 06/13. Could include the date because it's in the message. Hey. Supreme Steaks. Welcome back. Let's see if this will work. Yes, sweet, it worked. Fuck yeah, I love it when technology works. Supreme Steaks. Ooh, wow, fuck. The last time that you chatted here was 5 years ago. What am I up to? I'm working on a follow-up blog post to this one. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm looking at it, right? At least from this account. I don't know if you have multiple. From this account, which was like pretty fresh back then. Your first message in this channel was, "What are we talking about?" And your second message was, "What's up?" So it's been 5 years. Welcome back. You might be interested in reading what I wrote there. You might. If you're really curious what's been going on in my little world. Please and thank you. I'd love to know your thoughts. In fact, this is something I've tried to call a bit of attention to across my social media channels. I'd appreciate your support with this. What I'm working on now is the follow-up post to the one I just shared with you. Getting my images together with it, for it. Yeti Eater's blog. No. If you look at the oh wait, are you talking about that particular post? The particular post, it's a bit different from my day to day, right? Like there, I was engaging in some business travel for Yeti Eater, attending a convention, and something I've done for a long time now. When I go to conventions or go to some event, I tend to take notes about who I meet. If it's like my first time engaging with somebody, like, hey, like, how do I find you later? Otherwise, you just get FaceTime with people and like you might get a first name. But if you just try to keep it all in your head, what I've found for myself is that you'll forget it really quickly, especially if it's a multi-day event. Like, if you're out at an event that spans multiple days and has programming just like from the start of the day all the way to the end of the day, and then even into the evening, like you're probably going to be sleep deprived by the end of it. You're not going to remember a lot. So I take notes. And from there, I'm able to actually write up a pretty cohesive narrative. But my day to day, I like writing. I enjoy writing. But I haven't really blogged just for the sake of keeping a blog or journaled for the sake of keeping a journal for a minute. Been kind of treating this as work. It's a kind of work. Yeah. Yeah, it's helpful for when you've just got these thoughts swirling around in your head. You're right. And it's something I've recommended to a lot of people I've talked with, just friends, or especially people going through tough times, where they're just stuck, kind of thinking on the same things over and over again. Just like, dude, just commit it to a page. And what you choose to do with that page is entirely up to you. Like you can go set it on fire. It's okay. Just get it out of your head at least once. It's a useful exercise. All right. This thing to describe this. Description. Dude, this dude. Yeti Eater's message to XBiz requesting access from June 14, 2024. Okay, I don't like that. That seems good. Alright, let me see. This guy probably sent like at Yeti Eater again. Wow. Yeah, so 5 years. I'm sure a lot has changed in your world in that time. I've been saying recently that 5 years ago, at the time that you followed my channel, if you'd asked me the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? My answer, I don't think that I would have seen myself where I am today. My response to you probably would have been a lot more optimistic, a lot rosier. But here we are. Okay, so these two are here. Excuse me. Bam, bam. Still don't? It's okay. Where are you in life now? I don't want to assume. But yeah, it's one of those questions that they tend to ask, right, when you go in for interviews places. Like any new organization that you go talk to that really wants to talk with you. Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Usually comes up. So it's a thing I think about. Junior year of college. Okay, so that makes sense. You went straight through then. From the time that you followed my channel until the present day, you went straight through. You graduated high school, you didn't get held back any, you went straight through to college. It's a pretty safe path. It's kind of, yeah, it's a safe path. What are you studying now? International relations. Not something you're overly passionate about. This dude, are you fucking kidding me? Sorry. Let me go shout at him. Hey. Hello? Yes, I can hear you. So when you've called and I've told you, hey, you can see I'm live right now, right? No, I mean, when I say, hey, you can see I'm live right now. In a way, this is an invitation. If you wanted to, you could come by one of my live channels and you could chat with me right now and I would respond to you right now. But when you call me in the middle of this time, I'm not going to respond unless I have some business with you. And I'm sorry, like, I have my own life I'm trying to take care of. Yes? Let me, if you don't want to come by, that's fine. Let me respond to you. It's just I have enough in my own life that what you're asking for, it's like sometimes I don't know how to respond to you. You haven't done anything wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. I'm not trying to dodge you. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult. Why? So one reason why is because I don't actually have an agent that I could appoint. Yes, you have. And so you have to understand the amount of capital that you're asking for to most people is not insignificant. You reached out to me, a total stranger, asking for this amount of capital. And yes, I've asked you some questions so that you can explain your case. Right? But these questions that I've asked you, these are questions that any reasonable investor would ask you. Surely you've talked with some other people outside of myself, right? You're making some progress? Yes, I'm listening. Have you made some progress with the other people, potential investors that you've spoken with? No. Okay. Okay. Look, I want to be in a position where I can help, but the amount that you're asking for is not insignificant. I don't have an agent, right? Unlike most people that you would reach out to, total strangers, it happens that I do have a friend from the same country as you who has family, who has friends over in that country. But I don't know if she has an actual, like, somebody who could go out and talk with you in person. This is something pretty important for any deal, right? If you're somebody, a neighbor that I saw every single day of the week, and if you asked me for some small amount of money, I would probably lend it to you. But what you're asking for, you're on the other side of the world from me. The amount of money that you're asking me for is not insignificant. Most people around the world, not just in the first world developed nations, most people around the world could not come up with this amount of capital that you're asking for, even though in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot. And what you've shared, it sounds good. I would think that there's somebody, if you're willing to do this type of work, of reaching out to total strangers, I would think, hey, you'd be able to attract the capital that you need. But I recognize you keep reaching out to me. I'm not trying to ignore you. Yeah. But you must also recognize, hey, I have some stuff going on in my world. And I'm also sharing with you and everybody else, like, hey, look, I'm here right now. I'm live. You can interact with me right now through this channel. You just come by to the channel and you can say, hey, what's going on? Are you available to talk? Then I'd probably respond immediately. Otherwise, it's coming through like, hey, I'm already signaling to you where I am, and you're anyway. When you write to me, by the way, if it's a direct message, you don't need to add this @YetiEater. I already received this notification. Yeah, I haven't muted your notifications or anything. Sorry, what? Yeah, I'm here. So. Sorry. What was the question? Hello. Let's. If you can make your request in writing, maybe it's easier for me to understand. Okay. That would be better. Just for clarity. Yeah. But don't yeah. Sorry I've left you hanging for as long as I have, but really in my world I have my own conflicts that I'm actively trying to resolve. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, bye for now. Anyway, international relations. Did you participate in things like Model United Nations or school governance. And yeah, I mean, I've got what? If you're, I've probably got like 12 years on you easily. I was born in '89. More than 12. I've got more than 12 years on you. It's kind of crazy. I'm like hitting this point in my own. I've talked with my friend Kassa for years. It's like, hey, like we're getting to be where we are the old, not necessarily like old, but you know, to where younger people, if you interact with them, they'll look to you as potentially an authority, just by virtue of the fact that you've got experience. It's like that means something. Anyway, yes, dude, the fellow I was talking with reached out to me out of the blue. I was asking about investment capital for growing corn, maize in Ghana. And when he mentioned that he was from Ghana, I was like, wait, I've been seeing somebody who's from Ghana. She just got back to Houston recently, but I haven't seen her yet since she returned. And he sent along his, like, passed along, allegedly, his a voter ID, you know, a bit of a business plan. And I was like, you know, she sends money back to Ghana. Maybe we can go 50-50 on something if it makes sense. Maybe. Only chose international relations because it would allow you to be abroad and international. There's so many ways to get overseas outside of working with things like NGOs and governments. There are many ways. Myself, I studied petroleum engineering. I chose petroleum engineering because I knew it was a pathway that would enable a career spent working abroad. And not just like in shithole countries, but in really cosmopolitan places. Like, it's an option. But any multinational corporation, it's gonna have offices abroad. So you could try to work in that direction if that's what you wanted. If the vision was, hey, some type of corporate job where I can get paid good money and live and work overseas. Lucky, that's an important function. It is an important function. Have I gotten good use out of my degree? I worked internships. It was a different, like, it was a lifetime ago. For me, the opportunity came too easily. So in a way, when it comes to this, choosing a vocation, choosing some line of work, my own experience with petroleum engineering, you could take as a cautionary tale. I chose it following in my father's footsteps. went to the same university that he did. He got his master's and PhD out of the same university that I got my bachelor's of science out of. If way back then, a lifetime ago, I'd played by the rules enough, valued the opportunities that were extended my way enough, then today you might see me living even more of a double life than I'm living presently. Instead, now I feel pretty intact. Like I'm living with some degree of integrity. My father, he's an intelligent and hardworking man. It's a dangerous combination. One of his chief wants for me was that I should not develop into a playboy. I don't think I've developed into one. Mostly just a man at home with his dog, who occasionally steps foot outside of his cave. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes not so well. Yeah, so the other day, did you check out that blog post? That link I shared with you? I wonder if I have the Skype message here. Well, anyway, I wonder if I have this message screenshotted. I don't think I do. Easy. I'll go screenshot it. Some sort of convention. You can, yeah, it was some sort of convention. You can look it up. It'll tell you a lot. If you just look up, like, what is this convention? Yeti Eater went to Miami to attend a convention in the middle of May. What is this convention? It was kind of the, my father picked me up at the airport when I returned from Miami. He was like, hey, what took you up to Miami anyway? I said, a convention. What sort of convention? And I said, industry. You can assume, yeah. Industry? What industry? At that point, I'm like, okay, fine. Anyway. I've been in that space. The adult business. Now for 5 years. And we're coming up on a 5, 4 and a third, 5 and 1/3 of a year. I create content. Here and there. I sell little bits of my time. Here and there. I've been surviving for 5 odd years. This is what, June the 3rd? Yeah, so one of the best internships, or the best internship that I had while studying petroleum engineering, summer of '09, I came down to Houston. I had an internship with Chevron. 2009. That internship paid $5,100 a month. $5,100 a month, yeah. 2009. I was 20 years old, making good money. And one of the things I did while I was down here, when I came down here, I looked for friends. Not just to make friends that were also interning with Chevron, but to see if anybody from all my previous moves had also landed in Houston. And lo and behold, I had a friend down here, Brian. Brian was living at home with his parents. I think he was going to school at UTSA. But he was also just kind of up to a bit of no good. Partying and dealing in petty amounts of cannabis. And I spent quite a bit of time hanging out with him. So I had for a long time lived a bit of a double life while in pursuit of my undergraduate degree. I'd go to church, and then meanwhile I was also gramming out minor amounts of cannabis. Oh yeah, I mean, at that time, in that moment in time, I think if you talked to the parents of friends of mine like Brian, they would have said things like, "Hey, I'm really glad that my son knows you." But maybe the thought wouldn't have occurred to them that I wasn't like entirely straight-laced, you know, straight edge. Like, there's a reason why your son and I are friends. It's because I have some interests that aren't entirely kosher. Anyway, my relationship with cannabis has changed since that time. It's changed quite a lot. And I think my relationships with people have changed a lot too. That summer, Brian was pursuing this girl who was, at the time, she was working as a hostess at a hostess club. And I had a girlfriend. But there was something about her. Not the girlfriend, but this girl that Brian was pursuing. Something about her. Oh yeah, lucky. I was actually gonna take a look because I got a push notification about iPhone 16. I'm ready to upgrade, dude. I'm done with this 12 mini. Ready for a newer phone. I'll probably look to pick up a 16 Pro. And then the 13 Pro is going to be the beater. Thank you for the follow. They don't even make the mini? Yeah, they stopped a while ago. I can't remember when. Maybe on the 14 or something. Some bitch. Oh, this is already perfect. Yeah. And this is already perfect. This can go straight into the web folder. And this we will modify a little bit before it goes into the web folder. Have I ever been in love? I think so. I think I've been in love a good number of times. And for what it's worth, yesterday, somebody was posing questions about like the most powerful things. Oh yeah, this guy from Poland, he was saying cannabis, it's like I think he said that it was the best thing in the world. And then he mentioned money as being like this best thing in the world. It's just like, and here I am, like, nah, dude, I think it's love. I still think it's love. Like, call me a dreamer, call me a fool. Yeah. These other things, money, I said that's just this construct. That's something that we've cooked up. 603. Why do I love BMW cars? Why? My father likes BMW. And I remember as a kid, when he'd drive me to school in his BMW, and so I wanted one for myself. When he would drive me to school in his BMW, so I wanted one for myself. He had a 318. I think it was an E36 318. When I picked out my first car, it was an E46 330. So he had the small motor, the smallest one in the US. I chose the one with the big motor. That wasn't an M car, but still. The biggest motor of the vanilla 3 Series. Has there ever been that one person that you felt deeply connected on another level to? I don't know. Like, are you asking about, do I believe there's the one? I think the answer is a maybe. Is there the one? Maybe. I won't say for sure yes or no. But different people, you'll feel different connections to, different affinities toward. Because on the one hand, we're all just little specks of dust. On the cosmic scale, we are little nothings. But on the other hand, we're also unique snowflakes. So who the fuck knows? Maybe. Invisible strings, maybe. Yeah. But I've been thinking, like, actually, this morning, yesterday and this morning, just thinking on this situation that I'm involved in, right? That I'm suddenly that I found myself party to. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, all right. Just like, I was whistling that song. Who's it by? The Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know, I don't know the name of it. The title of it eludes me right now. Not Other Side, is it? Boom, 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 boom. Goes back to that refrain. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Benjamin. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, here, as you might have gathered, I'm really, really approachable here. This is kind of my work. Here, sometimes I'll suggest that we talk one to one. But this is, in a way, it's office hours. I think you may have noticed, you may have noticed that I broadcast a lot. I'm glad that you joined in. I'd love to show you what I'm up to. It's kind of boring. But at the same time, like, for me, it's important. Janice, hey. Brian and the host. Hey. What a pleasure to have you here. I'm looking forward to the fish fry. In fact, I meant to send details. I don't know that I sent you details. I think I did. You gotta take a look at what YouTube account you're signed in with. Yeah, that's why. I'm pretty much always signed in as Yeti Eater. But whatever. Let me see. Did I send you details? Yeah, I did. You got time, date. Yep, you had date, time, place, location. That's everything. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, the address and time, and you have the date. Yeah, address and time. So you've got it. Like me, I'm gonna show up on time. Like hell, we could even carpool if you guys wanted to. Because my place is kind of on the way. Like I could even clean up a little bit. Yeah, just maybe for today, forget about it. Supreme steaks? Oh yeah. Enjoy lunch. I hope you have something tasty. Until another 5 years. I hope not, shit. I hope it's a little more often. Until you get enough of me. Like if you've had enough, you've had enough. I get it. We all have shit to do. And me, I've only got so much to share. I say. Like I'd like to think I'm growing a little bit every single day, but truth be told, sometimes what I'm up to is just a bunch of the same SSDD 1639. Like I am doing arithmetic. 1639 horizontal. And trying to make some things pixel perfect. Definitely sooner. I hope so. God willing, yeah. Alright. Again, I hope you get yourself something tasty to eat. Have a nice lunch. Well, thanks for dropping by and making your presence known. I'm happy to share little stories. Talk story. I think that's maybe one of the most valuable things I can do here. Because the rest of it, it's often just like, hey, you got this, dude. I believe in you. Which some might read as false positivity, but no, I mean, like, I've lived a little bit too. It's not all been roses. My fucking life. But you know what? I'm still here. Just like I'm gonna be here tomorrow. God willing. Okay. Alright, Benjamin. Have a good night's rest. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. But I can tell you, the last event that they hosted, Casa and I stayed until the close. They've got plenty of food and an open bar. So bring some ones that you can throw at the bartenders, and yeah, just enjoy. Like we will eat, we will drink. It will be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And I'll probably talk to them about solar shingles some more. Yeah. I'd say cheers. Let me go grab another beer. I'm gonna take a bio break and grab another beer. I wanna publish this thing today. This follow up. Yeah, Janice. Bring ones. They take Cash App and Venmo too, but Cash is king, right? Dollar bill. Dude, I could share a story from today. It was fucking weird. Kind of funny, actually. Dollar bills. Agency. Agents. Field agents. Eduardo, what type of media content do you produce? Primarily, Eduardo, primarily a live stream. This. Although sometimes I do yoga. Sometimes I even play the piano. And other times I spend taking care of my dog, Paul. But there's more. In any event, what sort of media content are you looking to consume? Janice, is it outdoors? They have a shaded area. They have like a patio. I want to say they're fans. Maybe they're fans. I think they're fans. Don't quote me on that. I can ask. But there's also an indoor area. However, it's going to be kind of warm. It's going to be, kind of like ambient wherever you go. With the indoor area, it's going to be like wide open, so that people can get in and out. And they're just throwing all the AC over to the world, which is terrible. But there's an open bar. Do I play any games? I do play games. I like games. I don't play very much these days, but the last game I picked up, it was a zombie shooter. I can't remember the name. A zombie shooter with persistence. I like first-person shooters, but I also like strategy games, turn-based. I haven't gotten good at real-time strategy games. Those are hard. KKK. Like I used to just go like, hey, you play CS? You want a 1v1? You know, because I'm not like god tier at that game, but like 1v1 is fun. It's all fun in games. Okay, I will be right back. One moment. Oh yes, I still have. Wonderful. This might be it. I might call it quits after this one, but we will see. Am I American? Yes. Have I visited other countries? Yes. And you? Are you from Brazil? Eating different things, cooking and playing games. Okay. I eat predominantly fast food here. It's not very glamorous, but I like food. Most of the time, though, if you were to tune in, you would just find me like working quietly at my computer. Unless somebody were chatting with me, in which case I would probably be engaging with them. Yep, Brazil. It was a wild guess based off of your surname. I haven't been down to Brazil. I haven't actually visited South America, but one day I would love to go. I have heard good things about Brazil. And of course, I like a Brazilian steakhouse. I find that to be a wonderful experience. Image. Scheiße. Duplicate, apply. How come I can't do what I want to do with this? Index. What? Indexed color. Why? That is weird as fuck. If I diff them, there's zero difference according to this. So let's take the smaller one. The 8-bit. Alright. Sounds good, Janice. Nice, Eduardo. Eduardo. Wonderful. I like the idea of it. The reason I guessed Brazil for you, I sold a card to somebody whose surname was the same as yours. And they were from Brazil. So a little bit of an educated guess. Not because I have a extensive knowledge of Brazilian surnames. Just got lucky. Ooh, you know what? I'm not ready for that yet. I done goofed. But you know what? It's okay. Let me just reopen this file. Mo Helmy email. I love how I can just like throw these people's email addresses and names around. But the name Mo, I don't think is his government name. Do I take extra steps to protect myself when doing this? Hell yeah. Because I don't be putting all my shit out there like that. I don't have to. Lucky, I'm gonna trust that what you said was true. I'm not gonna verify. Do I go to the gym? No. I don't. I have a home gym, but I haven't really been using it. Reason being, I am, at this time, still recovering from an injury. So fucking weird. So fucking weird. And I bet, okay, if I save this, ping 8. I bet if I open this, fucking piece of garbage. Come on. Open with Photoshop. Genetic. Somewhat. Somewhat. Not 100%, but yeah, I've got pretty good. I've got pretty good. I like the joke. I have baller genetics, and that's what all of it is. But I used to do a lot of push-ups, like back when I was in high school. I used to exhaust myself every single night, just push-ups, until I couldn't do any more push-ups. And so at one point I was doing over 100 in a single set. And not like half-hearted, but good form. Just fast. Just fast. And by the end, everything just burned. But some of it is genetic. Maybe you could say 50%. Married or dating? No. Single. Live close to my family? Yes. Very close. And it's fine. I'm pretty open. Like I'm open about a lot of things, but if something appeals solely, strictly to prurient, if it's overtly sexual, then I won't respond. Not without a. Otherwise, yeah, go ahead. Questions are easy. Usually, questions are easy. Some of them take a little bit more work, more thought. Good. Good. Then we can just be friendly. We can be platonic friends. That's the best kind in my book. Nothing more, nothing less. Wonderful. Perfect. This email. And the Skype message. Bum, bum, bum. Let me just throw the email down. That's better. Or this message. Never mind. Yeah, let me do that. It's even better. Because this protects him more. This makes it look like I give a shit. I mean, I do. It's just that, like, if your stuff is public, it's public. You know? It doesn't require extraordinary effort to go dig it up. I think that's the key. Back in a tick. Oh yeah. There's time. might be. Yeah. That's it. Obrigado. I try. De nada. Como español. Yeah, I would love to learn Spanish and Portuguese. I was talking about these just earlier. Like, if money were no object, then of course learn all the languages. Oh yeah, and Italian too. Right? If you can do Portuguese, then Italian, Spanish. I studied French back in school. The IBSL French. It'd be nice to pick up more Spanish. Those shouldn't be too hard. You know, there's no new alphabet to learn. But I kind of want to learn more alphabets. Earth's Geomancer, yeah. Go look there for Yeti Eater. Search for Yeti Eater, you'll find me. Maybe you'll even find 2 accounts. 1 free. So I guess the answer is yes. I have 2 accounts. One is free. In fact, let me show you something. It's more dramatic when I open it here. Ooh. Very nice. Between the 2 of us, though, it's probably not going to last, say, 10 years. Yeah, it's not a very well constructed fan, but it's kind of fun. Eventually, I'll write a blog post about the event at which I acquired this fan. And I say it's not very well constructed because if you look, like, if you separate the 2 halves, you'll find very quickly that they're not, the way that they're attached to these pieces of plastic, it's not consistent. It's a little bit of glue, it's an adhesive. So you have this one large piece of synthetic material, 2 different pieces of synthetic material, and then a bunch of individual blades that have an adhesive on them. The synthetic has to stick to this adhesive. It has to adhere to it. It's not well constructed. Just a cheap promotional item. But it's kind of fun. Okay, so from here, fuck it, publish. Do we want to publish this? Almost. Keyword, key phrase, search appearance. Social media appearance, image. I can choose any number of images here. It's okay. Where's the beef? I don't know. Not too important. Schema. This is my father, yeah. Cornerstone content. The copy scores 56.6 in the test, which is considered fairly difficult to read. Try to make shorter sentences using less difficult words to improve readability. At a reading time of 4 minutes with 431 words. What words were hard to read? These are all pretty short words. Besmirched. Revoked. It's like the longest words. Bullshit. Publish. Apparently there are 23 people subscribed. There you go. New blog post. Live. Wow. Notification fired off. What time is it? 4:23. We have some time. I can start pushing this. Piecemeal. Pop up. X is kind of cool. This platform, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. X is kind of cool. I like it a lot. I think I'm gonna let that just sit for a bit and marinate. It's exciting though. We can move past this old business. These two pieces are out there in the world. Excuse me. I'll make some noise later. After I've spent some time thinking about it. Oh, okay. Oh, it's very slow moving. Nothing. Nada. A little nothing. Está de nada. No es. No es. It is not. No es de nada. It is not nothing. Está de nada. It is nothing. It will be nothing. Está. I don't know. Future tense. Yes. Future tense, singular, third person. It will be nothing. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking done with this. Let's call it good there. What else do I want to do today? Beer. What I want to do. I can tell you one thing that I would really like to do. I want to get my motorcycle license. Thoughts, opinions? It's just been something I've wanted to do for a really long time. I like bicycles. I like machines. You combine the machine and the bicycle, you get the motorcycle. I would like to become competent on the motorcycle. And given the fact that somebody new to motorcycles is bound to lay one down, you probably don't go making friends with somebody that has a bike that you want to ride and just go ride your friend's bike and lay it down. So the smarter course of action is probably to go pay for a class and from there go get the motorcycle license. Something I would like to do. Can't do it right now, especially after I've been drinking. But yeah, it was like, I don't know how long it's been since I purchased that car. Half a year ago. It was the two things I was looking at. Either a motorcycle or manual transmission car. Preferably coupe, or convertible. What I ended up acquiring ultimately, automatic transmission equipped convertible. Don't ask. I made an offer. It was accepted. I felt honor bound to this offer. I told you. So I ended up acquiring a sports car sports car for all of $4,000, i.e., a piece of shit. And I guess now would be a good time to parse through that. Same what? It is me. Second box. Woo! Yeah. Only 2 cabin air filters? Really? There's gotta be more. No, it's just 2. No, it's 3. Come on. Oh, it's 3. 3 cabin air filters, 3 different brands. Fark. Bomber Canuck. It has nothing. I did it. Bomber Canuck. It has nothing to do with you. The Fark. It's, I guess, the sudden realization that I have this entire column that I've left unfilled in my spreadsheet. Is everything okay? Everything is copacetic. Everything is. I published a new blog post. I haven't done that in a while. Excuse me. And I've also been drinking beer since you last saw me. What did you have for lunch, by the way? Oh, wait, not lunch. How was grocery shopping? I don't know that he actually shared what you had for lunch. I'm gonna find out. Flatbread sandwich. Clothing shopping. Oh, that's more fun. I envy you. In the lightest of terms, I envy you. Clothing shopping is fun. Ish. Relative to grocery shopping, where it's like, let me inspect this carton of eggs. Let me eyeball this meat. Let me stare at this bunch of greens. No, I'm the same way. I'm absolutely the same way. But it's like in the sense of, I don't know how you approach it, but in my mind's eye, it's a little more fun. It's one of those, it's a more frivolous thing than buying groceries. You know, it's one where you get to paw fabrics. Oh, I like how this one feels. I like how this one fits. It's different. I haven't gone clothing shopping in a long time. The last clothing item that I ordered has yet to arrive. The one before that was a pair of shoes. Quite pedestrian. Hey, it gets cold here too. Not as cold as the Great White North, but cold enough that I can't do this. And when I can't do this, believe me, I've got a whole other set of stuff that I can wear. I can actually put on clothing, layers. That's fun. To me, it's a lot of fun. Because I'm doing this so that I can survive and have a smaller footprint. Again, because I give a shit. Like, would it be selfish or not if I were to run the AC harder so that I could wear more clothing? I think the answer is yes. Run the AC, the heating that much harder so that year round I could appear before you wearing a 3-piece suit. I don't even own a 3-piece suit. Naturally, I'm missing the third piece, the vest. I'm just being. Okay. These don't count. That will help. Help add clarity. Cabin air filter. Fuck if I know. This is coming back to questions like, when did I order this part? Fuck if I know. But I have replacement order numbers. Therefore, there's a replacement part that's been ordered. Oh. No. Bomber Canuck. How do I even share this? YetiEater.com/blog. Uncategorized. I think this is pretty good. My new blog post. FYI. The URL will change. Because it's not for... Is it for general audiences? No, this is an adult matter. That wasn't intentional, was it? A joke, a kid, a kid. I think I finished all the beer. Let me check. Oh. Yeah, I finished all the beer for now. No more beer. That was 4 beers. They were not weak beers. None of those beers were what we would call sessionable beers. Thank goodness I didn't talk about anything that was too deep. Oh. Oh. All right. Hello, officer. How can I help you? I joke, I kid, I kid. There's some other stuff to return. It's not just this. I have over $500 worth of car parts to go back. I'm gonna have a good amount of store credit to work with. And not all of these coolant expansion tanks are going back either. This is wrong. This is stale. I used one. BMW E85 Z E85. The Z4 log. The expansion tank. Febby Bill Stein. Yeah, it's still something like $500 worth of car parts. These are AI generated creatures. Fuck you. Not you, but fucking insane. Knuckin' futs. Holy shit. Come on. Oh. What am I? Seen at some point. They send read receipts, so she may not even have seen my message to her. Is that what that means? Fuck. How do you send such a message to somebody and not even look for a response, not even read a response? It's crazy. Maybe you look at the response, it's already clear from a single notification, but come on. That's crazy. Dude, I haven't driven this fucking car since 3 months ago. It's been a quarter of a year. Like it's about time. I wanna drive that car. I wanna get the car running again. I want it reliable. I wanna go whip it around a bit. It's a car. It's what you're supposed to do. You know, drive the fucker. So things that I'm gonna want to look to do, there are a few. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. I want to send back this old batch. And then we'll go from there. But I'm looking forward to getting this car back on the road. And in better shape. There's so much to learn. Like this, half a year ago, what I wanted to do was just go work on a car. I wanted to go spend my time working on cars. Not trying to clear my name from some fucking bullshit that I did not ask for. I'm not in the business of starting fights with people. I would much rather just play with things. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Excuse me. What? Oil drain plug gasket. What? Oil pan bolt. Those need to go back. There are 21 of them. Those will go back. Drain pan, oil drain plug gasket. That's dirt cheap. I don't even care about it. It's gonna go back. All of this stuff goes back. We're gonna get some new car parts coming in before long. It's gonna be more fun. Working on my little old car. The rest of this, all this other noise, it's all. I would rather it all be in the rear view. Where are my notes? How? Why? What's sensitive about this? Just look, I think. It's insane to me. Just how quickly the time passes. Each and every day. Maybe part of it is because I'm waking late and taking time to myself, watching movies for my own entertainment. It's gotta be. But still, it's crazy. Just the days, they go by like this. Like what I'm able to accomplish, even when I set my mind to something, it's so insignificant. It's crazy to me. I must do better. Anyway, I am expected elsewhere, but as always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in, for your support, expressed in its many different forms. Until next time, be good out there. Take care of yourself, and if you can, someone else. Bye for now.